Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, June 25th. I'm James Spann. Got that old summertime weather pattern. Every day we'll have some chance of a shower or storm, and you know the struggle trying to tell you who gets the rain and when. That's almost impossible to do, but we'll try and take a look at the day-to-day variations in coming days. We'll start with some of the Skycam shots around the network. These were captured early this morning at about 5 a.m. That's the Trustful Skycam. Evidence of a little daylight there in the horizon. Here's a look at the Skycam in Haleyville in Winston County in northwest Alabama. And man, that's a big boat. The battleship USS Alabama. You can see the sun getting set to come up there at the northern tip of Mobile Bay. Storm track north of us. We are left in a light and variable flow pattern. And maritime tropical air, moist, muggy, and the chance of scattered showers and storms. Better chance will come, of course, during the peak of the daytime heating process, but you always can't rule out the chance of a renegade stray morning shower somewhere. That's why we say mostly afternoon and evening. Take a look at highs yesterday, and those numbers are just not bad for June. For most spots, the soil moisture is pretty good, and I think that's going to maybe keep us from having some kind of a really nasty heat problem this summer. And understand, it's going to be hot in July and August. We all know that, but I'm talking the runaway heat. Now, the deserts are going to start to bake later this week, as you'll see. A really nasty upper high develops out there. Phoenix, Palm Springs, it's going to be spontaneous combustion type weather by Friday and the weekend. Risks of severe weather way north of here, of course. Slight risk over northern New England and parts of the Great Lakes in the Midwest. Same thing tomorrow. And on day 3, which is Thursday, a small slight risk that would include Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia. Here's the rain for the next 5 days. Bigger numbers way up north. This is still kind of hinting the better coverage of the rains, maybe the heavier rain totals on the eastern side of the state. This is valid through Sunday morning at 7 a.m. And the tropics for now remain quiet as a mouse. We'll check the GFS. This is the Global Forecast System. The OZ run valid at 1 o'clock local time this afternoon at 500 millibars. And that little pocket of colder air that brought a fairly good coverage of showers and storms yesterday, as you can see, is east of here, that shortwave trough axis. Asheville, North Carolina, down to around Tallahassee. And logic would dictate that just maybe the most widespread coverage of the showers and storms would be east of here today. But again, the skill set, as you all know, is very limited in trying to determine these day-to-day changes. There's the synoptic scale off the GFS. Here's the mesoscale map. This is off the NAM, the 4-kilometer NAM, and it's got the better chance of a shower east of I-65. It'll be pretty scattered today. This is 4 o'clock this afternoon. The bigger storms in advance of that shortwave over the coastal plain of South Carolina and Georgia. So, standard stuff today. Partly sunny. We could see a few spots getting a shower or storm. Highs probably 87 to 90. Now, this is tomorrow off the NAM, and again, it's been pretty consistent. It's been pretty dry. This is valid at 4 o'clock local time tomorrow afternoon, and basically it's got nothing here with a few spotty storms east of Alabama. So if this is correct, most spots will be dry tomorrow, but I sure can't rule out the chance of somebody getting wet. We'll go to Thursday. Got a surface low that is near Windsor, Ontario. And again, there's going to be a trailing boundary down, in advance of that, or trailing that surface low. And that might give us a little bump perhaps Thursday, but I think Friday would be the day with a better chance of showers and storms. The surface low deepens. We got a pretty good moisture axis in here. So Friday, that would be scattered to numerous showers and storms. Highs probably in the upper 80s if that's right. And look at the upper pattern on Saturday. It's pretty interesting. This very intense upper high develops over Arizona, and that's why they'll be baking out there. But look at the downstream trough over the eastern U.S. I mean, that is nice. That's very refreshingly cool for the Great Lakes. And down below that, we're kind of trapped in that moisture ahead of the surface boundary in advance of the continental air. So the same thing for Saturday, scattered to numerous showers and storms. So it just could be, Friday, Saturday, the coverage will be pretty good. Sunday, the GFS looks a little drier as it creeps in some of that drier air in here. But again, we sure can't take out the chance of showers. Highs for the weekend, probably upper 80s. Here's Monday, again, a very high amplitude pattern. Western ridge, eastern trough. And down below that, drier air tries to creep in here from the north. And we all know, and this is the 1st of July, intrusions of dry continental air just don't happen that often in July and August, but it tries. On Tuesday, that boundary is somewhere near I-20. Below that, it would be showery. North of that, it would be dry. And we all know that we shouldn't be too shocked if the boundary sets up farther north. But then again, it's an anomalous upper air pattern. So kind of walking the line on Monday and Tuesday between drier air to the north of here and moist air to the south. Where that boundary will be, it's hard to determine now. Let's go out there later next week. This is the 4th of July, Independence Day. This is Thursday of next week. Everybody wants to know what the weather's going to do. And goodness, almost every year you can say hot and humid and scattered showers, and you'll be right. And that pretty much is the deal. We're in a very moist air mass. It's not going to rain all day, but there certainly will be a chance of showers. But the good news, the thickness values aren't that bad. Highs for the 4th of July, if this is right, would be probably in the upper 80s, and that's very comfortable for Alabama, 4th of July. And here's July the 6th. And again, we've seen some evidence of tropical mischief coming in from the southwest. This does not have any broad or well-defined surface low, but it could moisture plume coming up toward the Sabine Pass. The end of the forecast, this is July the 10th. The westerlies are in Canada. Winds aloft light and variable, and again, very typical summer weather. But the good news, we don't see any sign of excessively hot weather. Upper 90s, triple digits, nothing like that. The pattern really not supporting that. And hopefully we'll get through the summer with that, but no guarantees. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. Can't catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening on the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Be sure to catch the next episode of Just Talking It Up on iTunes, Stitcher, your favorite podcast app, or on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
Hey, you forgot our names.
No.
You did. You forgot our names.
Don't be silly. I'm Janet, you're Crash, see?
She's just like a goose. She wakes up in a new world every day.